Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back. Day 2 of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Not sure what we're going to experience. Seen a lot of folks upset online. I guess just choosing to take a different view of this. I loaded into the sim this morning, 4 minutes. So for me, the fact that we are still less than 24 hours after launch, I am comfortable that they are doing everything they can to go forward and provide the best experience they can. And once again, given the complexity of what they've given us and what we have in our hands, by far the most technically advanced simulator of any kind, I would say, that's been released, which is something that they claimed early on, and I think we all saw it in early release stuff and in the videos that certain creators were able to provide for us. And my opinion has certainly not changed as I've gotten in here. So at this point, the community's doing what the community does. I talk about it on my American Truck Simulator videos. I talk about it on anything. I don't know that folks are ever happy. Honestly, I think it could have run well, and people would be grumbling about, I don't see all my planes, I don't see whatever. Again, the scale of this, I just choose to go forward and do what I can. I get some people, are saying, oh, they took the day off, they took the week off. As a personal responsibility standpoint, I look at it as that's as much on you as it is on Microsoft. I mean, it's great that you had confidence that would work, but at the end of the day, it's a sim, and choosing to not go to work or not do something that you'd normally be doing because you wanted to hang out and do it. I get we all did it, with Call of Duty coming out or something. No, I just want to get online and I want to do stuff for 24 hours or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know that that's all the blame on Microsoft, because it didn't go according to the plan and they didn't get to spend the time they wanted. I mean, I've certainly heard a lot of the content creators, even the ones, like Overkill. I think he did a great explanation of likely how he determined what had happened. And he's, I think, of a similar mind to me. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate for someone like him where he gets a good amount of income off his channel for his family, as he says. Yeah, it's a hit, but he certainly doesn't seem bitter about it or whatever, because he understands the technical lift that this was. So anyway, let's move on from there. So I, again, have not loaded beyond this. I've been sitting on this screen for a while I've been getting my first videos up on YouTube from what I did yesterday. So maybe that has helped, maybe not. Let's hop in here to career. The goal is to work on my commercial pilot's license. That was what I was hoping to do last night, and because of the 90-minute excursion to get a 5-minute second mission done, I didn't get to do that. Alright, so at this point, we're going to head over here. So yeah, it looks like I can go rotorcraft or that. We're going to need CPL. So literally that's all we need. And then, the others, obviously, yeah, it looks like there's nothing else you need beyond that. So, alright. So allows you to fly an airplane. For financial compensation, embark on your journey as a professional pilot across a wide variety of activities. So let's see. Dead Reckoning, landmark navigation, arrival, for solo navigation. Okay. So interesting. We'll see how things go. Again, I know how to set trim. Not sure you know, I can do a lot of this other, but, you know, 11 minutes. We're here at Kilo Victor November Yankee. Not sure where that is, but that's where they are sending us, and we're going to basically deplete our wallet here. It's a one-time payment, and then you can retry it for free at any time, just like our private pilot's license. So there goes our cash. Alright, for a moment we had aircraft not found. Okay, this is the last step before becoming a professional pilot. To receive your commercial pilot's license, you will have to complete a new check ride consisting of cross-country flight between Van Nuys and Bob Hope airports in Los Angeles County. Oh yeah, I think I did see someone do this in like the early release or the tech alpha or whatever. If you need further information, today's flight plan between KVNY and KBER has already been loaded into your aircraft's glass cockpit. Proper ATC interactions are expected to be performed throughout the flight. So let's just make sure. Start the aircraft. We want to go to 1,500 feet. We're going to fly crosswind at 2,100. And we're following VFR navigation. I'd really rather not do that. I might go ahead and try and just, you know, turn on autopilot and do headings. I mean, I guess that would still be VFR navigation. I'm not using nav, but slow down, start final leg, use flaps as desired, land smoothly. Okay. So let's go back. I'm still trying to get used to the controls, so I apologize. Also looks like we'll be doing this in the dark, so I don't know. Anyway, let's pop in. The other thing I am trying, I did load kind of the internal landing rate monitor that I use into my community folder. So I'm also then testing to see if things work that way. So we'll see what the load is on this. Alright, so it really wasn't bad. It was about 30 seconds. We're here at our plane. And again, we can head on over and do our normal work to get everything done and get our stuff removed. So we'll pop over here and we will head into the cockpit. Alright, we'll get our normal startup procedure going as we've done in the past here. Alright, we'll get that cleared. I did forget to turn off all my other settings here. Whoops, let me use my actual throttle, that'll help. Get started.
Welcome to your CPL check ride, the last stop on your way to become a true professional pilot. For this check ride, you will complete a cross-country flight through Los Angeles County, taking off from Van Nuys Airport and then landing at Bob Hope Airport. You can start when you are ready.
Alright, so we're going to request taxi clearance. I have not been able to figure out why if you hit Q the camera changes. I don't think I have things bound weirdly or anything.
Request taxi for takeoff, east departure.
Okay, so we're waiting for clearance.
November 46825 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 16, right using taxiway Alpha 1 Charlie. Contact
Alright, I apologize. So, Navigraph is working. I didn't have to do anything, so that is good. I can see my plane sitting here at Van Nuys Airport, but that will allow me to zoom in here. Now, I will say, I didn't click over on Navigraph until I lost sound, but I was scrolling in. And,
Cessna 825,
whoops.
did you copy?
Whoops, yeah, I did.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 16, right via taxiway Alpha 1 Charlie Cessna 825.
All right. So, you know, it's not a bad job on the ATC. I mean, I'm still going to use things like say intentions. Now let me go up here and see. It doesn't look like. So let's see. Alright, so unfortunately, basic controls, camera, mission steps. So I'm not seeing my landing rate monitor, so not sure. But again, this doesn't also look quite right. It's just got certain things in the menu. Now again, it seems to be... oh, okay, so that's mission steps. So on the surface, not looking great. So that's disappointing. But we'll see. Okay, we'll back this off a bit. Because again, we don't want to go too fast. We're obviously trying to do well. I don't think we get as many points for this. You know, it's more just, hey, we're unlocking our next segment. We'll see how well this goes, how quick it goes, and if I do more than this in this episode, or, you know, if it starts turning into, hey, it's an hour, you know, then I'm not going to push that. But you saw at the beginning, in theory, it should take us 11 minutes, so, and that's without taxi and all that. I'm sure that's flight time and all that. All right. So we've stopped at the hold short. Let's request takeoff clearance again.
Van Nuys Tower Cessna, November 46825 at runway 16, right, ready for departure to the east.
All right, we're going to get that done.
Cessna, November 46825, altimeter 29er, decimal 902, east departure approved.
Okay,
Clear
we
for
know
takeoff,
we want to
runway
do...
16 right.
We know we want to do that. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to acknowledge the
Clear for
ATC.
takeoff, runway 16 right, Cessna 825.
Okay, and then again, we're going to set the heading. Not quite sure why. I don't know why it's refusing to go away, but it did now, so that's good enough. So now we're entering 16 right, and I guess Navigraph is following me. The map is doing what it should, so as far as the feed out to things, it's a good sign for those type of things. So again, say intentions, I think, uses those type of connections, and so forth. But right now, the landing rate piece doesn't appear to function. Alright, so we're going to take off. So, try to get ourselves pointed correctly down the runway here. Again, before I hit autopilot, I will need to... I should have set my heading bug before I moved. Trying to get off, but not be too crooked with the yaw. We'll pop this on, and now we'll do autopilot, and it shouldn't sink. And there we go. So we'll get our heading a little bit that way. Get that set. And we'll get ourselves going. We'll put our flaps up. Actually, I don't think I put my flaps.
Cessna 825, continue for east departure.
Alright.
Van Nuys Tower Cessna, November 46825, continue for east departure.
Alright, so I think what that means is I need to... No, that's west, that's west. I need to go east. So, there's the crosswind. Now I see it up there. So that's good. So we'll get ourselves to 90. So you can see the heading bug moving. 93, 92, there we go, 90. So we're all set, and again I need to get to 990, or well, need to go a little more that way, it looks like, because the crosswind end is kind of over there. And then, okay, we want to get to the long final entry. Okay, so we want to maintain, whoops, we want to maintain altitude, so 2100, as long as it gives me that, will be good. So again, we're VFRing. Let's see. Try this. We'll see if that gets us a little bit more on track. Because yeah, it told us in the briefing to go. So yeah, what I'm saying is right now, like I'm zooming out on Navigraph, where normally, because I hadn't changed focus to Navigraph, my camera in the sim would have also been affected. So it is not doing that, so that is quite good. Alright. So
Cessna 825, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Alright, we'll acknowledge the change.
Van Nuys Tower Cessna November 46825 frequency change.
Alright, so I'm assuming... Oh, it's not letting us. Okay. Connect to arrival airport via ATC. Alright. So, let me just check here. Whoops. Ay.
Burbank Tower Cessna November 46825
Alright, so
is 3 miles west 2,100 feet with Juliet to land.
we're going to take that.
Cessna November 46825 Burbank Tower. Altimeter 29.92, make straight in runway 8.
So, we're going to work on that. We're going to acknowledge the instructions.
Make straight in runway 8 Cessna 825.
Alright, we're going to go because we're descending.
Cessna 825 wind 258 at 6. Cleared to land runway 8.
Alright. Definitely going faster than I'd like.
8 Cessna 825.
Again, it says use flaps as we want.
500.
I'm guessing we're going to get in trouble for turning them on that early, but we're slowing down pretty fast, so hopefully it'll be a little bit better. I'm going to add some throttle here. I'm going to put my flaps down one more. Slow myself down a little bit more. And we'll get in here. Good news is we don't have as much crazy wind as we did yesterday. Oh, let's see. Sloppy. Holy wow. Okay. God, that was...
825 exit runway when able.
Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing? We'll go with that. Jeez. I mean, I know I was turned a bit, but goodness. I'm like, oh, this isn't as bad, and then suddenly I mean, I think I stayed on the runway,
Cessna
so...
825 contact ground on 12.3.9er. 12.3.9er for Cessna 825.
Okay, stop and hold short.
Burbank ground Cessna November 46825 taxi to parking. Cessna November 46825 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Delta 7.
What do you mean? I did not enter the taxiway without an announcement. I mean, I'm not liking that. I mean, I sat at the hold short. I don't understand. I mean, other than, so I would say that's an error in how this scenario was built. We'll see, because the problem is I've not had that red X before. I'm worried I failed. We'll see. But anyway, and again, where it's having us go, just not, the arrow's not good. I mean, if we're truly trying to avoid things. I will say the mess on the windscreen, pretty impressive. Alright, so we're going to come in here and then turn in and line up like the rest of these. Alright, we're going to put the parking brake on and then shut down, and let's see what it tells us. There's no point in messing around here, because I may need to do this again.
You've performed great today. Keep the same attitude, and I'm sure that you will have great piloting career.
You will have great pilot, okay. Well, it says I passed with an A, so I guess that's good. Alright, so I don't know what I didn't respect the flight plan on. Yeah, because it doesn't really tell you, that's the thing. Alright, so I think that means we've passed, because she didn't say something like, you'll need to try again, or whatever. Alright, it was passed. Allows you to fly an airplane for financial compensation and embark on your journey as a professional pilot across a wide variety of activities.
Congratulations. Now you are able to earn money for completing missions.
Well, that's simple enough. Alright, so literally... Yeah, so literally everything else is just getting... you know, just going ahead and doing it. So, I mean, obviously you need the money, because you can see, like, instrument rating 10,000, multi-engine rating 15,000, high performance 5,000. So, like, obviously right now I can't do anything. These planes I've really had challenges with, so we'll see if and when I do anything there. But let's go here. Alright, so we have another specialization unlocked. Okay, so ferry flight is possible. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, so there are progress bars, basically. So this is just telling me, you know, I still need level 5. So, you know, because there's 2, you know, I've only got 2. But here, you know, I've got 4. So it's showing me I'm 25% of the way. Here I'm 33% of the way. And so forth. Alright, so for a ferry flight, gear up for an exciting ferrying mission where you'll be responsible for flying aircraft from maintenance, moving customers, or delivering a new aircraft to its owner. On short VFR routes, you'll have to take care of the aircraft throughout the journey, navigate the skies, ensuring the safety and integrity of your plane, becoming a reliable and respected ferry pilot in the aviation world. Sounds like a good plan. So it's got those little yellow circles. Alright, so ferry flight is a new specialization. We obviously just talked about that. Alright, it is taking us
You're
over
ready
here.
to take the next step. I have a mission lined up for you. Prove you can handle this, and more opportunities will come your way.
Alright, so I'm confused. So how do I... Okay, so I need to zoom out and then... Alright, so like right now... Oh, I see, those are medvac and whatever. Okay, so he's got a ferry flight. In theory, that would make sense to go ahead and give this a go. So, over here in Germany. So this is again then where it's different from something like a Neofly or whatever, because, you know, I can just jump across the world. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and we'll take a look at what our load time is for this. Alright, so this screen literally came up 10 minutes after. 10 minutes? 10 seconds, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're flying a 172 Skyhawk to its owner near Numagen Dron. Mr. Klimek, who sent his... It's pretty funny, I actually know someone with that last name. Who sent his precious plane away for maintenance, is now eagerly waiting to get it flown back near Numagen Dron. Careful, this client is very picky about his bird. Make sure you're landing a spot on. He might be on site when you arrive. Alright, so 10 nautical miles. And seems simple enough. Alright, about 7 seconds to load in there. So I may or may not have cut that out since it was so short. But so far, again, we are still 3 hours away from when the game was launched. Nobody was flying then. I mean, maybe the people who had like the alphas or whatever, maybe they could just keep going. I don't think so. They probably would have had to load the new version of the sim. So realistically, we're, you know, probably 4 or 5 hours from where people were pounding on the system. Well, that's not true, because it only took me 4 minutes to download. So let's say we're 3 hours away from getting to 24 hours, and we have very reasonable response time on things. I love the fact that there's so much XP, but I'm sure like anything, you know, World of Warcraft, whatever game you're doing, every level is going to take more and more. You know, you can see we need nearly 1 million points here, and I don't know that this is going to quite get us there, because I think we were at 919,000. So I think I'm still going to need a second flight to get to level 5 and do something else. Alright, so we just need to ensure aircraft integrity and land smoothly is our criteria. That's going to be a bit of a challenge lately, the way I've been flying. So now I will say, after I click the button, I may have spoken too soon because I forget that little load to basically be at the hangar or on the tarmac like we were. That did go quickly, even yesterday. So we'll see how this part of the load goes. Alright, so got stuck again. Nice walking through the grass. Pretty nice. I guess it's good that we're here. A little jittery. So I had to exit out of the sim again after, I don't know, waiting. Maybe it wasn't 10 minutes. Maybe it was just 5. To go ahead and, you know, try to get back in here and get this mission going. Alright. So hopefully it won't tell me I'm taxiing off of the runway, because that would be quite irritating, because I didn't put the plane here. So that would be a bit annoying. God, I need to remember to turn these things off. Yeah, I'm getting ready to start the plane. Moving way too fast. I don't have things even powered up. I mean, I would have known right away that I couldn't do it, but...
Hello, it's Julia Reichert. Thanks for accepting the job. I'm your contact here. Today's lucky bird heading to Numajendron is this charming little 172 Skyhawk. The owner's aircraft was in for maintenance, and now that it's fixed, he wants it flown back. He is already waiting for it. His name's Mr. Michael Klimek. Now give this beautiful bird the VIP treatment it deserves. Take care.
Alright, so it is interesting. Alright, this is a grass runway, so we should be okay. I'm assuming this is a legitimate call sign for Germany. So that's kind of cool. Like, that's not one I put in. I didn't put anything in, honestly.
Mike, traffic Cessna Delta. Oscar Papa Mike Tango is taxiing to runway tree 6.
Alright, and at this point, I'm thinking we basically have no... tower here, so we're
Echo
probably
Delta
just...
Romeo, Mike Traffic Cessna Delta. Oscar Papa Mike Tango taking off runway tree 6 departure to the south.
Right, to the south. So I'm going to turn, I'm going to enter the runway, and then I'm going to turn to the right. I don't have my flaps down, so let's fix that this time. And again, let me get everything set here. So I'm going to put myself at 2,000. We're going to get vertical speed because it didn't. I don't think it gave me anything in particular. And we're going to set things to heading, and we should be okay then. All right. So let's get moving along here. And again, then we'll see where we're at the end of this ferry flight. Because obviously if I can get to another level, like I'd like to at least be kind of staged. Okay. What am I missing here? Oh, I see. All right. Somehow we went too far. I don't understand that, but okay. But again, given that we're on a grass field, like, this should be pretty straightforward. So yeah, somehow we were on the hold short point. But, alright. Taxi to the start of the runway, okay. Did I get there already, or no? Yeah, see, I don't know if, like, where runway 36 is. Alright, so am I moving further away? I am, okay. So let me turn around. Some interesting stuff there. I see. Alright, so... Because I'd say we're heading to the south. Like, I thought we needed to take off this way. But... 3-6 would be... I don't want to go too fast again, so... 3-6 would be heading straight north. So yeah, I guess this makes sense then, that we're just heading down here. Yeah, I don't want to get yelled at for going too fast. Because yeah, I don't, even on my other pieces, I don't have a ground speed indication. Because yeah, I think I'm literally going downhill. Because I really don't have much on here, and I'm still rolling pretty well. 0.14 miles. So yeah, there were folks that were like, we got a simulator with new grass. The clouds look the same. I don't know. Like I said, I think I started this video explaining I don't think people are happy regardless of what they get. You know, and again, I think I used to be more that way, where it was just, yeah, you know, oh my goodness, I feel slighted, it's terrible. And, you know, certainly if I get really poor service, I might be upset. You know, I'm not going to claim I'm a saint or anything, but I just don't understand beating folks up. You know, because lots of people said they're returning the game. I don't know. It's just odd to me. All right. So, and again, we're turning around, and yeah, we need to get on the runway here, and then line up and take off. So there we go. Now we're set. All right, 20, 30, 40, 50. And we should be okay here. Obviously we don't want to hit anything. We've got our heading set pretty well. So I shouldn't be sinking. But there we go. So we need to climb to 1,400 feet. So I'm going to change this. So there we go. That'll get us to 1,400. Alright, and then I need to fly, so I need to climb now to 2,400 feet. So we can go up here. We'll move our flaps, and we will turn, because we have to go 11 miles. Oh, well, we're supposed to, okay, yeah, we gotta go downwind, so we can see the, for a moment I saw the leg somewhere. Oh, it's up there. That's what I'm looking at. So we've got to head all the way back, because again we took off probably the way we needed to with the wind. I'm sure was the call. So we'll go past it a bit, because we're going to now have to, you know, run back to our space. And again, we're climbing to 2,400. Alright, so we've got a long way to get over there. Yeah, this, I don't know. Like, I think I need to make some changes, because things just aren't quite where I'd want them to be. Alright, so we're going to get over here, and then we're going to intercept. I mean, it's telling me 2,400, but man, it looks like we're, whoops, not in a great spot. See, and now I probably need to, let's see, that might be too much. Yeah, so I guess if you're impatient, because it does let you skip the next phase, and then it, like, I get points for not skipping a phase, which is funny. So, like, why would you do flight sim and then skip a phase? But people are doing it, I guess. You know, and as one would expect, the flights are a little longer, so 10 miles. Again, we had the one flight that was, you know, round trip was 17, so it's not unheard of, but, you know, it's going to take a little bit here. Just trying to set myself again. What I think I'm seeing is I've got a bit of a cross breeze. Whoops, I've got my engine running at red line here. So I wasn't noticing that, but I saw the flashing down below. My goodness. Alright. Let me do that and kind of get myself back on track here. Sort of. Let me get myself to 220 as my heading. Because again, if air traffic was directing me, that would realistically be what they'd be doing. but you know, they're not going to tell you go 222. I mean, usually they're going to do increments or you know, things of 5. So it's the simple flight, but let's just take a peek. And let's enjoy what we've got. I mean, definitely the reflections off the model, certainly different to what we see. Now they are turning. I was like, are the windmills just static? But they're not. You know, again, this is an accurate depiction? I would think it is. All right, well now we're drifting too far. So my happy, my happy direction. I don't know. All right, let me try that and see. Okay, we need to contact the arrival airport. Again, we're gonna pop over here.
Echo Delta Romeo Delta traffic Cessna Delta. Oscar Papa Mike Tango 5 miles northeast 2,400 feet inbound to land runway 27.
Okay, so follow the traffic pattern. So I have to go that way? I don't understand. I mean, it seems to be that, but I don't know. Alright, let's go down. So I'm gonna, again, get myself down here, and we're gonna... Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. So we'll get ourselves heading vaguely in the right... That's too far. That's way too far. Alright. I mean, let me just make sure. Like, yeah, there's nothing. I'm just getting myself to final. Alright. I don't want to fall out of the sky. So, let me speed up a little bit. Because, again, flaps are down. You know, I could be playing with trim or whatever, but that's why we do the autopilot. I mean, I would think most pilots, I mean, other than when they're truly trying to learn handling, would just go ahead, you know, with what they're doing. So see, I think we're the dot. I like when we're a plane instead. Oh, what have I got here? Oh, that's my EFB. Okay. Because I'm like, that's honestly new. Alright, I want to get a little closer. Alright. So now...
500.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to fly here as I do... So the question is, like, is it behind me? Like, I don't understand.
Echo Delta Romeo Delta traffic Cessna Delta. Oscar Papa Mike Tango is on final runway 27 to land.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm going the wrong way, honestly. What's happening? Oh no, I guess we're okay. Because, yeah, we're 217. It's just hard to kind of see where we're at, but I think, again, as long as we make it, there's less concern. Yeah, it's now slowing down or heading down. So, alright, so I want to go, I see, so now we want to come in here, I guess. Like, this is really confusing to me at this point. But yeah, so it seems like we're coming around, and then, yeah, we're coming in that way, so I think I basically flew away from where I wanted to be. Let me put my flaps out here. My first level. Alright, and I'm obviously focusing on, you know, what we're trying to do here. So we're going to put the rest of our flaps out. And now we need to get ourselves down here. And again, we're on final. So basically I'm kind of like coming in a leg here. So I don't want to slow down too much, but so now we should be turning, I assume, toward 27. So there we go. Grass runway, but I think we're coming in pretty nicely. And it's just, you know, the challenge of not quite knowing, you know, what the altitude is. So I've pulled the throttle off completely. 500. Alright, and I am fully off. Just trying to really do well here. I'm reducing speed, I'm reducing speed. Alright, hold short. So, need to turn around. So again, we'll see what it tells us, because certainly, you know, the expectation is a little bit better. So let's see, we can now get this going. So there's our hold short. Way down there. Whoops, pulled that back too far. But we got to go nearly a quarter mile. Yeah, I think regardless of what we've done, I think I'm going to call this because I'm getting darn near an hour. I mean, even though I'll cut things out, like another flight, I'm sure will be another 20 minutes. Although, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how close we are. I just don't think that I have enough experience to get up to level 5, which means we're not going to be able to do the next mission type. You know, and there's definitely things, I mean, a ferry flight, like you could argue I do that all the time. I mean, actually in the VA and Firefly Air, like that's literally what they set up. It's a around the world thing of we're ferrying aircraft. And so like I finished the Cessna 172 ferry, which was 7 different legs, you know, probably totaling 500 miles at least. And then, you know, now I'm on the DA-20. And, so yeah, it's kind of nuts. They have these, like, really fancy staircase things over here on this grass runway. So I do find that a little foolish with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Alright, so we're going to stop there. I'm sure we're going to have to announce taxi to parking. There we go.
Echo Delta Romeo, Delta Traffic Cessna Delta. Oscar Papa Mike Tango is taxiing to parking.
Alright. So let's get moving again. Not going very far. But yeah, like, they're not going to have these kind of ridiculous steps and whatever. Got stuck. Like, that's too elaborate, I think, for an airport like this, so of this size. So it's just kind of funny. So definitely
I'm sure the trip had its challenges.
more with the ground.
I hope my plane didn't take too much of a beating. Thanks for your hard work.
Yeah, I don't know if your plane took too much of a beating. I guess you're gonna tell me that. So let's see what he says. Alright, so under 10 seconds. So smoothness not great. Alright, got a B. Alright, everything went perfectly. So wow. So and no skip bonus. And wow, alright, so we did quite well. I mean, I'm assuming S is like superb or something. But again, the landing smoothness has just been a challenge with this aircraft. But alright, so we got base income, employer commission, then we get a reputation bonus. We didn't skip. And then a bad weather bonus. So again, we keep flying in challenging weather, I guess. Alright, so our reputation is getting up there. Alright, let's see. Oh, we did, alright. So yeah, we blew right past it and we're into level 6, so
I see you've made good progress so far. I think you will need a space of your own. You can take this desk. It's been empty for a while.
alright, we graduate from the couch. How cool is that? Look at that. Wow. I don't know that I need anything better than this in my whole career. I think this this works nicely. So this is definitely a great place to start. I mean, we now have a room. We have a coffee pot. I don't drink coffee, but it makes me look like I know what I'm doing. I've got a little plane hanging from the ceiling. I've got a window. Not that I couldn't see from the couch, but you know, and the good news is like behind me, so I'm not staring into the sun when I'm working on my computer, getting my flight plans together. But overall, episode 3 in the books, and the career is going along swimmingly. You know, I need to figure out how to do some things. You know, how do I get some planes and so forth into the sim? Not sure that I know how to do that just yet. But I will work on that, because other than that, all I can do is career stuff, which at this point is truly, it's entertaining enough. It gets me familiar with the sim and gives me something to do. Although yes, it's as hardcore flight simmers will end up complaining. I mean, these aren't going to be videos they'll probably even enjoy. But I think it's nice to bring new people in, again, especially since it's an Xbox title. I mean, the other one was as well, I think, but I think it'll help just get people involved who might be a little concerned. Again, I haven't tried any of the training missions. I think I will do that because there is an achievement for doing one. So if nothing else, say it gets me an achievement. That's always fun, but we'll see. I may or may not share that in a recording. But let me get this completed. As always, if you've enjoyed this, haven't dropped a like, or are not a subscriber, please consider that. It'll help out, and you can see next time we've got specialization blinking and missions blinking, obviously. So we knew once we got to 5, I think it's every 2 levels, so as long as I get enough stuff. So I am confused because, like, it showed I had 1,000,000 something, I swore, at one point, and so I thought I was like, I had 919,000, and maybe that was, I don't know what it was, so I'll stop speculating, and because clearly my experience is 28,800, so I need less than 4,000 to go up again. So if it becomes the same thing, I go to the next specialization and they give me like 100,000 credits, like I could fly up through the levels pretty quickly, at least for a bit. So we'll see how things turn out, and I will see you next time.